Have you seen recently how Spider-Man launched on PlayStation 5, then got ported to PC, and now everyone's going crazy over it? But hold up. Did you know that 10 years ago, games like Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, God of War, and GTA were already on the PSP? Yeah, that little handheld had console-level games before mobile gaming even knew what real graphics were. Man, I remember back in the day, lying on the couch pretending to be sick just so I could skip school and play God of War on my PSP. Those were the days. And now, thanks to emulators, you can bring these games back to life on your Android, iOS, or PC. No ads, no microtransactions, just pure gaming. So today, we're diving into 25 of the best-looking PSP games that still hold up today. Buckle up, grab a snack, and let's go back to the golden era of handheld gaming. Starting off at number 25, we have Tekken 6. If you love breaking bones, in the game, of course, Tekken 6 was a dream. The characters looked super detailed, the combos felt smooth, and it ran like a mini PS2 in your hands. PSP fighting games didn't get much better than this. Next, at number 24, we have Gran Turismo, a racing game that actually made me feel like I was driving a real car. Except, without the license. The car models were incredibly detailed, and for a PSP game, the reflections and lighting were next level. Swinging in at number 23, it's Spider-Man 3. This game made me feel like I was actually Spider-Man, minus the webs in my room. The open world swinging, the combat, it looked amazing on PSP and held its own even against console versions. Next, at number 22, we have Spider-Man, Web of Shadows. This one had a darker story, and the graphics really set the mood. The animations were slick, and let's be real, web swinging in any Spider-Man game is just fun. At number 21, creeping into the list, Silent Hill, Shattered Memories. This game was straight-up nightmare fuel. The way the flashlight worked, the creepy atmosphere, it felt too realistic for a PSP horror game. If you love a good scare, this one's a must-play. At number 20, we have Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, Disney plus anime plus fast-paced combat. Sign me up. The game looked stunning, and the worlds felt alive even on a tiny screen. Next, at number 19, we have Wipeout Pulse, futuristic high-speed racing with insane graphics. This game made me feel like I was in a sci-fi movie. The motion blur, chef's kiss. At number 18, it's Prince of Persia, rival swords, parkour, sword fights, and a story that actually made sense. This game looks so good you'd forget it was on a handheld. Sneaking in at number 17, we have Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Hideo Kojima did not hold back on this one. The cutscenes, the detailed environments, the stealth mechanics, it was console-quality gaming on a PSP. At number 16, time for some rooftop running. Assassin's Creed, Bloodlines, climbing buildings, doing cool assassinations, and running across rooftops in a full 3D world. This game still holds up today. Next up, at number 15, we have The Third Birthday. This one had crazy good character models, smooth combat, and some of the best lighting effects I've seen on PSP. At number 14, shooting its way in, Resistance, Retribution, explosions, aliens, and a post-apocalyptic world. This was a graphics powerhouse on PSP. At number 13, welcome back to Vice City, GTA Vice City Stories. Vice City with beautiful neon-lit streets, reflections, and a full open-world experience on PSP. Rockstar really went all out with this one. At number 12, the legend himself, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Zack Fair's story was emotional, the combat was fast, and the cutscenes were so good they made my PSP feel like a mini PS3 tar. At number 11, it's time to race. Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. If you love fast cars, police chases, and epic drifting, this is the game for you. The car reflections and motion blur made it feel way ahead of its time. At number 10, Need for Speed Carbon. Own the city, nighttime street racing, neon lights, and custom cars. This one looked too good for a PSP game. At number 9, Need for Speed: Underground Rivals. This game took the best parts of Underground and packed them into a PSP version that still looks insanely good today. At number 8, Tactics Ogre: Let Us Cling Together. Hand-drawn artwork, stunning 2D visuals, and deep tactical combat made this one of the best-looking strategy games on PSP. At number 7, Daxter: Bright colors, smooth animations, and a lovable main character. This game was a visual delight. At number 6, GTA Liberty City Stories. Liberty City on PSP still looks better than some mobile games today. At number 5, God of War: Chains of Olympus. The lighting, the brutal combat, and the huge boss fights. This game made me feel like a god of gaming. At number 4, God of War: Ghost of Sparta. If you thought Chains of Olympus looked good, Ghost of Sparta took it even further. Epic story, crazy action, and jaw-dropping visuals. At number 3, Dante's Inferno. It's basically God of War in hell, and that's exactly why it's so good. At number 2, Metal Gear Solid: Portable Ops. This game pushed PSP stealth mechanics to the absolute max. Amazing cutscenes, realistic animations, and intense gameplay. And finally, at number 1, Final Fantasy Type 0. This game was so good it later got an HD remake. The characters, combat, and effects looked way ahead of their time. And just like that, we've taken a trip back to the golden age of handheld gaming. It's crazy to think these games ran on a tiny PSP over a decade ago, and yet some of them still look better than half the mobile games today. No pay-to-win nonsense, no forced ads, just pure, legendary gaming. The PSP wasn't just a console, it was a whole era. Whether you were pulling off combos in Tekken, web-slinging in Spider-Man, or causing chaos in GTA, it felt like having a PlayStation in your pocket. Man, if Sony ever dropped a PSP 2, I swear the internet would break. But until then, these classics still hold up. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Go fire up a PSP emulator and relive some of these legends. You won't regret it.